Greetings and welcome to a new video about analog electronics. We continue with our diode circuits, and in this case I will look at the clipper and the clamper circuits. Those are the applications for using diodes. So we will look at the working of the clipper and the clamper and also some examples to illustrate the concept. Also we will verify these in the SPICE simulations. So let's look at the outline before we move on. We start first with the clippers. Those are also called the limiters. We have example 1.1. We will look at the positive limiter. And example 1.2, we'll look at the positive and the negative limiter together, which is called the parallel limiter or parallel clipper. The clamper is the second subject, which will be also called shifters. Example 2.1 will be about negative clamping and example 2.2 about positive clamping. So we have now 4 examples in total. All right, let's start with the clippers. How do we work it out and what is a clipper? This is a circuit of the clipper. You can see an AC source here, Vin, the resistor and the diode here at the output parallel, which is then the V out. Now the AC source is in this case a pure sine wave, and there's some current flow if this is a positive direction. So we can see this here, but the diode will have of course some voltage drop, which is also called the VD on, and that is what you see here. So the output voltage is maximum 0.7, but if this is reversed, so it is going the negative part, then the current flow will be in the reverse direction, and then you will have the diode which is off. So we will measure here between the nodes at the output the open circuit voltage, which is then the minus VP. So VP is for example 10 volts, then you will get 0.7 max and you get minus 10 volts. That is the condition. This is called the positive limiter. You have also the negative limiter, so you just reverse the diode D1 here and everything stays the same. And you can see here for the positive cycle, this is of course reversed bias. That means you only measure the open circuit connection, so there is no current flow here through the resistor. And that will be then VP, which is, let's say, again, the peak value of this input voltage, 10 volts. But when you go in the negative cycle, which is the second half of the cycle, then it will be positive here and negative there. Then the diode is conducting, and then you get actually the reverse operation of the positive limiter. And then you have minus 0.7, of course, measured from this side. And you have then this clipping. So the clipping is sort of the clips or cuts off part of your input voltage. And these are called the negative limiters. Okay. So it is used for the elimination of the portion of the signal. And its application is to limit the voltage to prevent some breakdown, so you can have sort of a specific limiting range for your input voltage, and that is for this application. And a positive and negative clipping can be performed simultaneously, and that can be then also used for parallel based clipping. Okay, and this is the circuit. For example, we have now the voltage source Vin for the input. We have a 20 volts up and 20 volts down, so it's symmetric sine wave. We have a resistor here to limit the current, and now see here the D1 and the D2, but in addition you have a battery here of 6 volts, and this is also a battery, but this is a reverse with respect to this branch. So how is this V out looking like? Now if I look at this is a combination of the positive, this part, and the negative, but it is also shifted, so we need to also overcome this 6 volts for the battery and also the minus 6 volts here. So it is an addition of that diode. So you can see this is a result here. You can see it is 6.7. Why? Because it is 20, but this is 0.7, which is the on voltage for the diode, approximately. And this is 6, so you need to have in total here 6.7, and that is the maximum. So the blue line will increase, of course, but it will clip, so it will be cut off here because of these branch. Now when this is going positive, it's still actually this red line. So red line is the red curve is the output. When you go to the negative cycle, it will now have this, so it is then a positive here and negative there. And now you have the voltage here of 6 volt you need to overcome, and also the voltage drop of D2. In total again, 6.7, but when you measure from this to that, part, the ground, you will have a minus 6.7. So it is a symmetric clipping here from the top and the bottom side of this part of the circuit. So this is now called the parallel based clipping. Okay, let's see the first example and also in numbers. So the clipper circuit now, in this case the positive limiter. We have the circuit given and we would like to determine the output waveform. So that is the waveform here, the output. Okay, we have 8 volt in, we have 8 volts up and 8 volts down for this sine wave for the input. And the current will be flowing in that direction when the diode is on. So if I now look at the output, and we've discussed this is a positive clipper. That means the positive part for the output waveform will be just 0.7, but the negative part will be then the peak value, the negative peak value of the input voltage, which is minus 8 volts. So this is then the waveform for this case. Now this is the simulation result. I've also in the SPICE simulator, you can see the circuit. I've just chosen some value to limit the current for the resistor. And this is the diode here. It is not an ideal diode. It has some voltage drop across it. And it has also a lot of parameters we haven't considered in this example. So let's see. This is the blue line. This is the input. And see the red line. You see the maximum of the red line, which is the output, is 717 millivolts. So a little bit larger. And the minimum value is indeed minus 8. So that literally confirms very well with our expectations from the output waveform. Okay, now the input voltage is again this, so given here, the sine wave, which has the frequency of 100 Hertz in this case. And the output voltage has the following maximum values and the minimum values, and they are very close to what we have just seen in our plot. Okay, let's now look at the positive and negative clippers together, and again that example we just discussed, now in more detail. Now, if I now want to make the output waveform here, this 6.7 and a minus 6.7, as we have discussed earlier, because this is 20, but this resistor will then limit the current, and this will only allow me to get up to 6.7, and this will allow me only go down to minus 6.7. If I make this, for example, 5, then I will go to 5.7, and this, for example, 8, I will go to minus 8.7, depending on, of course, the additional battery drop you have here. Okay, now looking at the simulator, you can see this resistor again, 600 ohms to limit the current, the input voltage, the diodes, and the two batteries, VB1 and VB2. Now you can see here 6.743 millivolts, a little bit larger than what we have, of course, because the diodes are not ideal. We have the actual model of the diode, which has more parameters than we just use for the on voltage. You see also the minimum value of the diode, which is minus 6.744. But they are very close to what we have determined from just looking at the diode as a very simple on condition. And then these results are very confirming with our calculations. Okay, now we see the following. These are the simulation result. The input voltage is this 20 with the 100 Hertz frequency. And the output has the maximum and minimum values, which do very well confirm with our expectation from the waveform of the output. Okay, this for the clipping. Now let's go also to the clampers, also very important. This is the clamping circuit. It has not a resistor but a capacitor instead. So how is it working? Now again we have a sine wave at input, the peak value Vp and a minus Vp for the negative part, and this capacitor is shown here and the diode is shown here. So you see, if I replace this by a resistor, I go back to my clipping circuit. Now what is saying here the following: in the positive cycle of this waveform for the input, the capacitor voltage will be the Vp, the maximum voltage here, minus the 0.7, which is the diode on voltage. And that is then the voltage here across the output here between two terminals. But when we reverse this part, then the capacitor has still this charge, which is then Vp minus 0.7. So if I reverse this, what happens? Then I get on top of this Vp minus 0.7 another Vp, which is then reversed, and I will get then minus 2 times Vp plus 0.7 if I measure from this to the ground. That's the result here. So this is also called the shifter, because you shift your signal from this wave waveform, which has a 0 as its level, we go all the way down to minus Vp plus 0.7. So you go down by this amount. The waveform itself is still the same, so it is not clipped or cut off, but it is shifted to the down part of the graph. And this is called the negative clampers. In a similar form, you have this graph. Now you look at this, and the capacitor will be charging when this is in a negative cycle, because if it is in the positive cycle, there will be no current flow because the diode is reversing the current flow, so there will be no current and there will be no charge storage in the capacitor. Only the negative cycle will charge the capacitor, and if it is charged, it is then from the right to the left side, it is then Vp minus 0.7 again. In a similar form, this maximum value here, or the minimum value I must say, for the output voltage is just minus 0.7. And the maximum value is Vp minus 0.7 plus the Vp for the positive cycle, where this is completely off. So you measure the open circuit voltage, which measures then the Vp plus the stored charge or stored energy or stored voltage at that capacitor for the negative cycle. And this is then the 2 Vp minus 0.7. Again, it is shifted. Now you can see it is shifted up, and this is called the positive clamper. So we have the following characteristics. It shifts a signal by a DC level up or down depending on the configuration of your diode. Application of a clamper is restoring your DC level or a biasing point. It could be that your biasing point of your transistor or your amplifier is a little bit down or a little bit up than expected, or what you have designed for, so you can maybe adjust this using this clamper circuit. Now at steady state, the output signal is equal to the input signal, but it is shifted by a DC level. So the shape will be the same, so it is not reshaped or it doesn't clipping, but it has a shifting in the vertical direction, not on the positive, not in the horizontal direction. Okay, now positive and negative clamping is also possible, as we have seen in the clippers, so for the parallel case, and it could be another example here. So this is then the negative clamper. So ideally, the capacitor cannot discharge, so the capacitor voltage we see here must remain at the Vp minus Vd on. Vd on is again at 0.7. So when I look at the negative clamper, that capacitor voltage will keep that charge until it goes to the positive again. Now, using Kirchhoff's voltage law, we can say the following. If I want to have an expression, we can say the Vin as a function of time is equal to the capacitor voltage plus the Vout, which is then the diode voltage. So we can say it is then this. And now we have the input voltage as expression as a Vp sine of omega t. That is just an expression, mathematical expression for the input, which is also shown here. But the capacitor has the Vp peak value minus the Vd on, and then we have also the Vout. If I now work this out, write it down in this form, you can express now the Vout in terms of the Vp and also the Vd on. Now, a little bit more simplification, you will get Vout is equal to Vp times the sine of omega t minus 1 and the plus Vd on. Now, this is the expression, and this is also the expression, mathematical expression for this waveform, for this negative clamper. In a similar form, we can work out the analysis, and for the positive clamper, you will get this. So you'll see the mathematical expression also for the positive and the negative clamper. Also, let's look at our example, also very important, 2.1. So we have the following circuit given. We would like to determine the output voltage waveform. We see 20 volts up again and 20 volts down. The capacitor here and the one here for the diode, which is in this direction, and we'd like to know the waveform here. So, what do we see? Let's see. Of course, again, 0.7 is max, and it goes down by, from this point all the way to this level, by 20 volts, so that is then minus 19.3, and I go down to the negative value, which is then not minus Vp, but minus 2 times Vp plus 0.7. This is actually what you have here, and that's the minus 39.3 volts. This is then the simulation result for this case. So I've just chosen a capacitor value of 1 microfarads to charge up not too fast, also not too slow. And this is a diode, this is the input voltage. So you can see the blue line going up and down, 20 and minus 20. And this dark red line is, you can see the maximum 471 millivolts, which is not 0.7. So that's due to that diode, which is not having that 0.7 volts approximately. And you see also minus 39.53 volts, which is also a little bit smaller than that one. So you can see the error here, also error there, are also a little bit same. So you can see they are a little bit smaller here and also smaller there, but it is shifted a little bit lower approximately. Now this is the 4-disc clamping. You can see the input voltage again, this one, and the calculation showed us that this was the waveform expression for the mathematical expression. So if we now substitute the values we have in this expression for the V out, we have now Vp is 20, which is the input voltage peak value, and the sine of omega t, omega was 200 pi, and we have also the VD on for the diode, which is 0.7 in the ideal case. Now, in this case, we will then have, for the calculations, 700 milli and minus 39.3 volts. Now, we see in the simulator that the output maximum and minimum value are those, and I think these are not really that off. So we can say that our calculations are close to the simulator results here. Okay, now that's for this example 2.1. Now, going to another one, which is the positive clamping. So we have this circuit, again, the same input voltage with the same amplitude and also the same frequency. And again, we would like to determine the output waveform. So, how does it look like? We know it goes to minus 0.7 because it is positive clamping, so it will be clamping up by a level of 19.3 volts, and the maximum value will be then 39.3 volts. This is actually the reverse of the example 2.2. So again, looking at the simulator, this is the blue line, which is our input, and the red line is our output. You can see the blue line is indeed 20 up, 20 down, and the red line has a maximum of 39.52 and minus 470 millivolts approximately. So again, not exactly as we have calculated or determined from our waveform, but it is close. Again, looking at the input voltage, this is the input voltage, and the calculations said that we have an output voltage which is given by this expression mathematically. If we now substitute the values here, you will have 20 times the sine of 200 pi t plus 1 in parentheses minus 0.7 for the VD on. Now that will result in a maximum and minimum value, and the simulation results are this. So again, not that much difference. So it is approximately here 220 millivolts, and approximately here maybe 230. So you can see they're exactly same differences. So that's actually also the reason why we are lifted a little bit more up than we have expected. Alright guys, this is for our examples and the discussion of the diode circuits, application of the diode circuits in the clamper and the clipper circuits. If you have any questions, comments about these examples and discussions, please let me know. I will try to answer them as soon as possible. The next video will be about the diode rectifier circuits, about half wave rectifier and the full wave rectifier. So that will be also posted as soon as possible. See you next time in another video. Take care.